Hi, welcome to my kitchen and my favorite week of the Real Women of Philadelphia Cream Cheese Challenge, Dessert Week. Now, I am a professed chocoholic, yet there is one dessert I will eat that does not involve any chocolate. In fact, usually my sister and I say for desserts, if it's not chocolate, it's not worth it. But this is one dessert that you're going to want to eat over and over again. In my family, we love creme brulee. But it's really time consuming with the water bath and the custard and the stirring and everything else. And inevitably, when I do the water bath, it gets in the creme brulee, ruining the custards. But this method, my Philly creme brulees, is no cooking whatsoever. So simple and so delicious, you'll make it again and again. All right, onto the stove. So I lied a little bit when I said there was no cooking. There is one part where you have to melt the cream cheese into some heavy cream. And by the way, for those of you who may not remember, I'm Tanya Jacobs. All right, first I'm going to pour 1.5 cups of heavy cream into my medium-sized saucepan. And into that, I'm going to pour chunked up, Philadelphia cream cheese, a whole box of it, and I'm going to turn it on to medium-high because I want to make sure that I whisk the cream cheese and it all melts in. I'm also going to add to that 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Now technically you could probably whip it all up and just cook it make it that way. But I'd rather make sure that the granulated sugar gets melted, because if you just whip it up, the sugar, you can taste the granules, and that's just not as smooth. And when you're making a creme brulee, or cream brulee as this case is, you want the texture to be nice and creamy, not sandy. So I've been stirring my mixture for 5 minutes, and for the last minute I switched from the wooden spoon to a whisk, just to make sure that everything was combined. And you can see here, through the steam, that it's nice and creamy and thick. What I'm going to do now is remove it from the heat and add 2 teaspoons of really good quality vanilla. Oops, there's my timer telling me 5 minutes is up. Now, if you like almond, you could use almond extract, but I happen to really like that vanilla flavor with the traditional creme brulee.
Pause.
All right, so my vanilla is all mixed into my mixture, and I'm making a royal mess on my stove, but I'll have to clean that later. All right, I'm going to bring this over and pour it into 6 4-ounce ramekins. So meet me at the counter. All right, I'm known for making messes in the kitchen, and I know later on my husband is going to be groaning as he has to clean up yet another mess. But I am going to try very carefully to pour the mixture into the ramekins without making too much of a mess. With any luck, there will only be a couple of drips. Now see, this is why with a traditional creme brulee, I'm just no good, because the water bath, taking it out of the oven, spilling everything everywhere. I am not known for neatness in the kitchen. However, I am known for delicious and tasty treats. So I'm pouring and not getting too many drips. And I've got 6 ramekins filled pretty much to the top. And I even have a little mixture left over, which I will put aside in a little cup, make a little pudding for my daughter, because she can't break through the caramelized sugar, but she really does like the filling part. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick these 6 ramekins in the freezer. So hold on 1 second and I will be right back. Just go back. All right, so my Philly creme brulees have been in the freezer for 40 minutes, and they're really good. They're jiggly but not going anywhere. And what I'm going to do now is take regular granulated sugar and a tablespoon. And you can hear my daughter in the background. She's eating dinner, and she is so looking forward to her little custard cup. I'm just going to put a tablespoon of granulated sugar on each creme brulee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. I wanted to make sure none of them escaped me. And then I am going to take my handy dandy blowtorch and caramelize the sugar, which is where the brulee part comes in. Brulee is burnt sugar. So here we go. And I'm just going to go in circles and gradually brown that sugar. Nice and caramelized, golden brown deliciousness. Oops, there goes the flame. These torches are totally inexpensive. You can get them in any kitchen shop, and they're so handy to have on hand. And here we go. It takes a few minutes, but you don't want to go crazy because you want to make sure all the sugar browns evenly. My brother, who got married a month ago, creme brulee was on their dessert list. And we all enjoyed it, but you know what? I think this one is even better than that one. And that was at a fancy restaurant. And you can see it's browning nicely. And that is what it looks like. Now I'm going to just brulee the other ones, and I will be back in a minute to show you how they should look. Okay. So I'm on my last custard. Now when you're burning the sugar, don't be alarmed if it catches on fire. It'll go out just as quickly, and it really does help actually give the nice golden brown crust. And as soon as this one's finished, what I'm going to do is pop all 6 of these back in the fridge. Actually, I don't want to look away while I'm doing this. Lord knows we don't need any kitchen fires. Although I do have a fire hydrant under my sink for just the occasion. Not that it's ever happened, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Alright, they're all burnt, beautifully brown, golden gorgeousness. And I'm just going to pop them in the fridge for 5 minutes just to make sure that the sugar part is nice and hard. And then we're going to taste test the wonderfulness. I'll see you in a few. Alright, so 5 minutes later, my Philly creme brulees are ready to be eaten, and I'm so excited. Although I have to admit, ever since I heard about this competition, I have been making cream cheese desserts galore, trying to find that perfect one. Plus, it's an excuse to make desserts, which I always love. So here we go. You're going to want to see me break into this beauty. I'm going to take my spoon and crack it right in. Oh yeah. Take a good bite. You can see the creaminess, and here we go. This is so wonderful. I honestly might not even share this with anybody else in my family, except my daughter, because I love her. No, I love everybody in my family. But it's so good. The creaminess of the custard, the crackling sugar burntness. Oh, I just love it. And I really hope that you guys give it a try, because this Philly creme brulee is one for keeps. Have a great week, everyone.